B. Are you serious? You doing both Bumblebee and Arcee together? Yes. But why doing both of them in the same review? Let's see. I got the RiD version, but if you're going to do both Arcee and Bumblebee, well, let's see here. But these two, yes, the first edition Bumblebee, the first edition Arcee, and I heard online that these two are going way up. But when you find that Ross on a low, this is the biggest snatch of all time. I mean, B, you're the luckiest dude on earth. You got Optimus Prime first edition and RiD version, but Bumblebee Arcee, 4 reviews in one. Hey, Bumblebee Arcee and Arcee. What good can you get? But you know it's high time I come back strong. You know I always bring something good. Stick around. Let's start off with Arcee, and I gotta say, right off the bat, both art modes are very beautiful and somewhat similar in art mode, but the accessories, well, let's say that's a whole nother story. However, here's a big difference out of the two. Now, in the first edition, she is more like the animated series, while the RiD version got, the perfect look off the animated series of the bike. But however, once again, the first edition went out on one part, but still, both of them are so accurately the same, but still, you cannot top the first edition somewhat. Still, I just love the aesthetics on this here, both bikes, but still, it just looks so freaking beautiful. I mean, right off the bat, Arcee in art mode, wow. I mean, 2 wheels, they look sexy, and I mean, the similarity is just freaking phenomenal. Now, I gotta say, Arcee here looks very comfortable right here, and I'm looking at the first edition right here, and you see a little bit closer here. Arcee just looks dead on to her animated counterpart. I mean, it just look that gorgeous. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, the first edition has its coloring. I mean, whew, even the 2 wheels, she is just, oh my god, just love this color scheme way better. And I mean, it tops me out right here. And as for the RiD right here, again, I like this bike look on her aesthetically. I mean, they both have the same looking bike. However, when it comes to colors, the first edition blow it out of the water. But as for motorcycle mode itself, man, it hold up pretty well. But again, the colors gotta match the look. Now, greatly, both of them has the same similar look, but what it comes down to is style. And Arcee has a whole immense style on its own. And I mean, you cannot argue with it nor against it. However, what it comes with is accessories, which we get to later on in the review. But still, does she look hot in robot mode? Vehicle mode and robot mode looks freaking awesome, but yet there's some differences in both the robot mode and art mode, and still it's a pretty good look on both figures. And I mean, same name, very different, and I gotta say, oh man, I love it. Now for the robot mode, it's a little bit different. You can tell I love the bodywork on RiD Arcee, while the first edition, I gotta love the color on it. You know, the paint apps. Now the RiD version, I guess gotta love it because you got a gun. You know, which I will get to the accessories in a little bit. First is the baronets on our arms. Still, it's kind of feel that yes, Hasbro should have done more for what it's worth, and yet it's just that they always want to make it cheap but not as great. But still, it's pretty much said that these two are pretty good. Is that I like both figures. I wish what they could, merge as one and become the perfect freaking figure. But again, Hasbro had to be lame brain for what it's worth. So still, I'm not dissing or knocking it. It's just that I see that not better or worse, but see, both can be great. Still, I like the who won this one? Again, it's another draw, and still, it worth picking up. While speaking of accessories, what I was going to tell you right now, this Arcee has her blaster and her blade that you can turn into a baronet. Unless the first edition got the blades you can put on her arms. Still, third party comes to the rescue for Arcee first edition and RiD, which is going to work very well and it'll help out in so many situations. Yet, it's just that Hasbro has not utilized this idea, which is pretty much a sad idea. Wow. Two Bumblebees. Same similarities. But still, who has the better style? You ask me, which one is the first edition, which one is the RiD? Well, much debate is over. First edition right here, RiD this right here. Big difference? Well, I can tell you. One, paint apps. I mean, Bumblebee, first edition wins a little bit by a hair, but still, look at the rims. That's the important part about cars. You have the rims. Come on. You cannot leave your car without rims. And the detail on the front lights, looks so beautiful. And the back, oh man. We got going on in the first edition. Look how beautiful it is. Nice. Unless the RiD, looks good like a Fast and Furious look, but yeah. Detailing, not so much. Still, Hasbro loves to make us mad for years, and last year, they had a field day making us mad at them, but overall, I just love how the first edition just, basically show why they're the most superior look. But still, the car mode is slick. But also, they got same similarities in the car mode and anything. Take a look. Oh man, even the paint apps can get slimmer. But look at how the difference is when it comes to the engine, even the backside, if you can see it on the camera. But still, Bumblebee has a lot of good similarities in this car mode. But the only difference is, you see the accessories right off the bat. You tell that in the RiD department, this one wins by a hair. Why? Because Bumblebee in this animated series had 2 blasters on each arm. While the first edition, if you got enough money to get the RiD Bumblebee, you get, 1. 1 is the lowest number in the world. Come on. Bumblebee supposed to have 2, so slight edge to the RiD. Now, can these two stack up in robot mode? Only time will tell, as I had to go ahead and switch it out for something with a little camera magic. Now, robot mode. These two are so similar in robot mode, but still, a slight edge is not even close enough to the same amount of perfection versus quality. Still, both got me on a whoa. why I'm in a hush like this, because again, granted, both Bumblebees are freaking sick. Wicked sick. Well, I haven't said that in over a year. Dang. I'm losing track of time, but still, these Bumblebees are so dope. I like it, you know? Granted, after seeing what has happened this past season, you gotta love Bumblebee in both Transformer Prime fashion, from the first edition to whew, Robots in Disguise. My mouth just dropped down to the ground. I mean, overall, the B never disappoints. I mean, finally, the first edition still high on some people, but you cannot leave the RiD hanging, because again, RiD hold his own, and granted got something that the first edition don't have. The first edition don't have enough, you know, firepower, but still, both of them have the same aesthetics nearly, but a different transformation. It just shows how much difference between the first and the RiD come to be. I mean, head to toe, the detail on Bumblebee is, well, let's say, going out of the water. I mean, granted, you got transformations similar, but still, it's just that you can tell how different they are in robot mode when it comes to both the body, even how you get all around it. Still, Bumblebee has a perfect fit. Now again, granted, you gotta find out how you can get them. Well, you got Big Bad Toy Store, who might have few left of both either of these here figures, but you can find them on your local store while you can, but it's gonna be a hard find because everybody still had that beast mode, beast machine, beast hunters line going strong, and I mean, still, it's kind of like, but you can find these suckers at Ross while you can. But granted, check Big Bad Toy Store before it's gone. But how it all can come together in the overall video. Now, overall, these four have been the important figures of the Transformer Prime universe, and still, I like all four of them. Again, so many perfections and incorrections, but yet, which one is the better out of the, four? Granted, it's a four-way tie. Why I say four-way tie? Now again, Bumblebee and Arcee first editions are a gem beyond epic proportions that should have been, exclusive to Toys R Us. Yet you found that Ross at a good, very good price. However, yet these figures so overlook the RiD figures, which has had great opportunities, and yet it's worked well. But granted, all four of them has unique ideas and unique ways. But again, it's that they're so good and so awesome. How come Hasbro overlooked this problem from the very get? Granted, the first edition is awesome and better, yet it's just that they didn't utilize this idea from the very start and should have left it alone. Still, all four of them get a very high recommended grade. It's like this. You missed the first round, you got the second round, but yet this is pretty much for those who's lucky enough to get them. Though the series is over, I kind of like the figures nonetheless. But still, I kind of like it. This is Big B. Until the next video, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace out, people.